Sanibonani limiz, ngiyanamukela kwesifundo sethu sanamhlanje. Namhlanje senza izandiso, and those are adverbs of place, adverbs of time, and adverbs of manner. Let's get into it. So kunezinhlobo zezandiso ezintathu. So kukhona izinhlobo ezintathu, that is isandiso sendawo, isandiso senkathi, isandiso sesimo. So isandiso sendawo answers to the question where, so ikhombisa ukuthi into yenzeke kuphi. Isandiso senkathi ikhombisa ukuthi into yenzeke nini. Isandiso sesimo ikhombisa ukuthi into yenzeke kanjani. Okay? So these are adverbs. They basically show how something is done, where something is done, and where something is done. Let's move forward. Let's start with isandiso senkathi. So that is our adverb of time. So isandiso senkathi sikhombisa into eyenzeka ngayo. Sikhombisa inkathi into eyenzeka ngayo. So we have ebusuku. These are different examples. So lama gama azovela emshweni. So mangase bethi sibuyele siphindele ekhaya ebusuku. So isandiso senkathi sakho would be ebusuku because it shows the time in which something happens. And then you had ihlobo, entathakusa, ebusika, which is winter, entwasahlobo, which is spring, emini, which is during the day, ekuseni, ntambama, kusasa, izolo, namhlanje, and so forth. So these are words that are adverbs of time. Does that make sense? We'll work through a couple examples towards the end of the slide, so stay tuned so we can practice together. And then we have isandiso sesimo. So this is an adverb of manner. Sikhombisa isimo into ekusona. So it's the manner in which something is done or is shown. Okay? So kukhona izandiso zesimo eziphongoza ubu. So indlela esiveza ngayo isimo sento, usually lo magama lawo aqala ngobu. So usually those words begin with a bu. For example, izibonelo, ushayela budedengu loyo. So this person is driving carelessly. Usebenza buthule umama wakhe. So his mom or her mom is working silently. So many a times when you come across la magama or izandiso zesimo, mobona ubu at the beginning of the word, you can tell ukuthi isandiso sesimo. Let's move forward to another example. So isandiso sesimo esitholakala kwisipawulo sisibona ngokuphongoza uka kulezi ziphawulo. So remember ukuthi izipawulo are adjectives. So they show how something is done. Okay? So they, well, not show how something is done, but they describe the noun. So izipawulo zichaza ibizo noma amabizo. Okay? So for example, ufunda kahle uTumi. So lana basitshengisa ukuthi uTumi ufunda kanjani. Remember ukuthi isandiso sesimo, we said that it answers to how something is done. So the manner in which something is done. So as we can see here, ufunda kahle uTumi, ukahle would be isandiso sesimo. Bafunda kakhulu esikoleni, basitshengisa ukuthi bafunda kanjani. Sicula kamnandi, zicula kamnandi lezi zingane. So kamnandi would be well or beautifully or nice. He basically solved the sum easily, or the problem, or the maths problem, or the physics problem easily. Can you see? So these different words, wonke la magama lawo achaza ukuthi into yenziwe kanjani. Okay? So izandiso zethu zesimo lezi. Ephepheni bangakubuza bangathi yena, okay, underline isandiso sesimo noma veza noma thomula isandiso sesimo, wena uzokwazi ukusithomula ngoba you're going to look for lelo gama lelo elichaza ukuthi into yenziwe kanjani. Okay? Let's move forward. Now we're going to move on to adverbs of place. Now adverbs of place are they're a little bit tricky. Well, they're not tricky, but it is a longer topic that we are going to be going through together. So don't fret, it's going to be okay. It's just, adverbs of place is a topic on its own, so ondaweni. So, amabizo agcina ngonkamisa. Firstly, this is a rule. Before we get to the rule, I just want to explain ukuthi isandiso sendawo siyini. So it's an adverb of place, first of all, and igama elichaza ukuthi into yenzeke kuphi. Okay? that makes sense. And we have different rules. Usually ephepheni bazocela ukuthi ushintshe ibizo kube undaweni. So we also call isandiso sendawo undaweni. So ondaweni, they are locatives as well. So they've got different words that mean the same thing. Ondaweni, isandiso sendawo, other people will call it locatives, okay? Now this is pretty simple. If you just follow these rules, trust me, you'll have this unlocked and it will be easy for you. So rule number 1, amabizo agcina ngonkamisa a. So remember, onkamisa are vowels. So amabizo agcina ngonkamisa a noma ngo e ayaguquka aqale ngo e bese ejobelela u-eni. So nazi izibonelo zethu. Ilanga ligcina ngonkamisa ba, ligcina ngonkamisa a. So kuyashintsha lokho, kuyaguquka njengoba liqala ngo i lizoqala ngo e. Does that make sense? Now this is a common rule for every single adverb of place. Zonke izandiso zendawo, well, most of them, hayi zonke, zizoqala ngo e. Does that make sense? Because masikhomba indawo sithi emlanjeni noma esikoleni noma ekhaya. Does that make sense? So that's where it comes from. For example, ilanga ligcina ngo a, so lona liguqukile laba u e bese lajobelela ngo eni. Can you see? So beliqala ngo I, manje seliqala ngo e, lajobelela. So basically jobelela is to end the word or use a suffix, ligcine ngo eni. So manje instead of saying ukuthi okay nali ilanga thina sihleli elangeni, so now it changes to a place. Nalana umfula ubugcina ngoba ugcina ngo a. So what is our rule? Uma ibizo ligcina ngo a, liyaguquka liqale ngo e. Can you see ukuthi seqale ngo e lana? Lagcina ngani? Lajobelela u-eni. Okay? So same thing, same goes for umlenze ugcine ngo e. Amabizo agcina ngo e ayaguquka aqale ngo e bese ajobelela u-eni. Can you see? So umlenze emlenzeni. So now we're talking about where, so we're talking about a place now. Umlenze usishintshe waba indawo. Mangithi ngithunukele emlenzeni. That is where ngithunukele khona. So does that make sense? So ukuthunuka means to, for instance, if you've been hurt and I don't really know how to explain. Let me just think about it. So basically the pain is exacerbated when you touch it further, or the pain is a little bit worse. Does that make sense? So I got hurt emlenzeni. Now we know where you got hurt. Does that make sense? Where did you get hurt? Emlenzeni. Uthunukele kephi, ulimele kephi? Emlenzeni. Uyabona ukuthi umlenze uyashintsha abe indawo. Isikole futhi sigcine ngobani? Sigcine ngo e, right? And now saguquka saqala ngo e, sagcina ngo eni. Okay? So that is rule number 1. You need to remember this rule. Uma amabizo agcina ngo a noma ngo e, ayaguquka aqale ngo e bese ajobelela u-eni. Let's move forward. So this is rule number 1. You just need to learn the rules. Let's move on to the second rule. So amabizo agcina ngonkamisa I, aqala ngo e bese ejobelela ini. Izibonelo. So now this is our second rule, okay? So uma ibizo ligcina ngonkamisa I, njengamanzi, ingadi, iwashi, ipeni, incwadi, azoqala ngo e, remember ukuthi that's common. Amabizo izandiso zakho zendawo eziningi zizoqala ngo e. So ondaweni abaningi baqala ngo e. So uma ibizo lakho ligcina ngo I, lizoqala ngo e bese lijobelela u-ini. Okay? So amanzi, manzini. Ingadi, ngadini. Does that make sense? So lishintshile kwaba u-e lagcina ngo ini. So what you, again, iwashi, washini. Does that make sense? So you add your ni, or you can remove your I and just add ini, or just add an ni to change the word. So ipeni, njengoba kade kuli ipeni, it's in epenini manje. So now it sounds like a place. Does that make sense? Incwadi, encwadini. So bhala i-homework encwadini. Ngibhale kephi? Ngibhale kuphi homework encwadini. Now it sounds like a place. So can you see ukuthi it answers to the question where? Ngibhale kephi? encwadini. Does that make sense? Let's move on to the second rule or the third rule. So now we have amabizo agcina ngonkamisa o, aqala ngo e, bese agcina ngo uweni. Okay? So now we're dealing with amabizo agcina ngonkamisa o, wona futhi azoshintsha, again a common rule, aqale ngo e bese agcina ngoweni. So sinesango, here we have isango, ligcina ngobani, ligcina ngonkamisa o, seqala ngo e, ligcine ngo weni. So isango esangweni, isonto esontweni, isibuko esibukweni, isitulo esitulweni. Uyabona ukuthi wonke lamabizo ayashintsha abe izindawo, abe ondaweni, okay? Isiphongo esiphongweni. Yabo ujulukile esiphongweni. Ujuluke kuphi? Ujuluke esiphongweni. So again, it answers to where. I hope that makes sense. So these are different rules that you just need to know off by heart, especially if you're not a Zulu speaking individual. You need to learn these rules, because when you are Zulu speaking, you understand and you know exactly what to do and what to change. But if you're not and you're doing isiZulu at school and you don't really speak it at home, it's not your home language, then you need to understand these rules, okay? And you also see a pattern. Ondaweni baqala ngo e. Let's move on to another rule. Amabizo agcina ngo u, aqala ngo e noma ngo o, bese ejobelela uwini. So amabizo aqala ngo u, agcina ngo u. So these are nouns that end in u. So they will then begin with e once again. Or they'll begin with o as well. Okay, this is a new one. I really want to speak about this one as well for a second. I will explain it. Bese ejobelela uwini. So let's look at ibonelo zethu. Isisu lana besigcina ngo u, sashintsha kwashintsha kwaqala ngo, sorry about that. Isisu besigcina ngo u, and then it began with an e, and then yajobelela uwini, yajobelela ngowini. So esiswini, umuntu emuntwini, isiphundu sagcina ngo u, kwaba esiphundwini. Okay? Esiphundwini, basically. Now, I really want to talk about this exception, okay? When you have uputu, right? Can you see what uputu is not ephutwini, rather it's oputwini. This is an exception. It will begin with o, simply because it doesn't sound right. Not that it doesn't sound right, but it's just not, you cannot change uputu to ephutwini. It has to be oputwini. And there are many words that also end with an u, with the u, and they will then begin with o instead of an e. But you know, for uputu, it's oputwini. You just need to remember that that is an exception. Let's move forward. Then we have isandiso sendawo. Again, oh, now this is a different rule, or rather it's not a rule, but sometimes we just take the words that we use generally and we borrow them. Does that make sense? So kukhona ondaweni abasuselwa emagameni ezindawo. So we borrow them from these words. For example, igoli can be egoli. So that's Johannesburg. Now we're talking about where it is. Ugepi umama use goli. Ikapa sis ekapa. Obaba bahlala ekapa. Isoweto bahlala esoweto. Okay, so where you had igoli Johannesburg, which is the noun, then to change it to ondaweni, you can just add that e. So with places like egoli, ekapa, esoweto, places that already have their own names, their cities or their towns, you just add e to make it or to change it into ondaweni. Does that make sense? So now these we just borrow from the words that we already know. We don't need to use any rule. Does that make sense? I hope it does. Let's move forward to amanye amabizo akha isandiso sendawo ngokuguqula unkamisa oqalayo kuphela. For example, so what this means is other nouns form ondaweni by just changing the vowels. So the first vowels. So basically what we do is we don't change the entire word, we just change the first vowel. So ikaya, which is a home, can change to ekaya. it's still home, but now you're talking about a place. So uyaphi unjabulo, unjabulo uya ekhaya. Njabulo is going home. You can't say unjabulo uya ikhaya. Does that make sense? So ikhanda ekhanda, ihhovisi ehhovisi, isitolo esitolo, isibhedlela esibhedlela. So these are a few examples of nouns that you can't change using those rules, but you just change the first vowel that you see in the noun, and then it becomes a. So you just change the vowels to a, and you can see ukuthi wonke lamabizo aqala ngo e. So you just change the e to a for it to make sense. The more you practice, the easier it will become. Okay, let's move forward. Kumabizo akusigaba 1, 1a, and 2, 2a, aqala ngoko noku. Does that make sense? So what they're saying here, if you remember correctly, izigaba zakho zamabizo, isigaba 1a, isigaba 1a, isigaba 1, isigaba 1a, isigaba 2, isigaba 2a. So what we're saying here is, if you see these nouns that belong to these classes, that belong to isigaba 1, isigaba 1a, isigaba 2, isigaba 2a, like umama, for example. Umama belongs to isigaba 1, isigaba 1a. Does that make sense? When you see these nouns that belong to these different classes, they're going to change, or the first few letters are going to change to ku. Umama, ngiya kumama. If I'm saying I'm going to my mother, ngiya kumama, because now my mother now changes to a place, because these are still ondaweni. When I want to talk about the fact that I'm going to my mother, that will change to kumama. Ubaba naye uzoshintsha kube ukubaba, ngiya kubaba. I'm going to dad, because now it suddenly changes to a place. Umfana, ngiya kumfana. Does that make sense? Umalume, ngiya kumalume. And then uthisha, ngiya kuthisha. So when you see these nouns that come from these different classes, you know that you don't have to use the rules with them. You just have to add uku. Okay? Because these are another way you can remember how to change these nouns to adverbs of place is that you'll remember that you're speaking about people. You're speaking about mothers and fathers and grandmothers and grandfathers and teachers and uncles. And then it'll click. Uguti, okay, if I want to change leli bizo to undaweni, I need to add uku in the beginning of the nouns. Does that make sense? Or just the K, because you can see what it's already umama, but kumama. It's already ubaba, you just add that K, but azoqala ngoku. Okay? And then when you see Tisha, I'm here at number 6, just look at my cursor. So when you see here Tisha, that will then change to Kotisha. I'm going Kotisha, yeah, Kotisha. I won't say, yeah, do you get what I'm saying? Because Tisha is now plural. It's more than one teacher. Can you see this was just one teacher, Utisha, Tisha, more than one teacher. So obviously the prefix will then change. So I'm going Kotisha. So you basically just add okay, you just add K, the letter K, before each and every single noun. That's the easiest I can explain. That's the easiest way I can explain it. So uma ubona mabizo, Aguskaba 1, 1a, 2, and 2a. And especially if you can see that these are people, they're not things. These are mothers, fathers, uncles. You just add your K before the at the beginning of the noun, and then it becomes kumama, and it changes into a place that you are going to. Ngiya komalume, ngiya kotisha. Does that make sense? All right, let's move forward. Let's tackle a couple exercises. So nangumsebenzi wethu sowenza. You can pause this video, and then I will then share the answers when you are done. So let's look at the first question. Bathi lana guqula igama elikubukhaki in the brackets kube isandiso sendawo. So umusho wethu uthi ngifuna ukuya ikhaya kusasa. So how am I going to change leli gama leli kube isandiso sendawo? Remember ukuthi ikhaya changes to ekhaya if you want to change it to isandiso sendawo. So these are the answers. Impendulo zethu, it changed to ekhaya. Let's go through the second one together. So isandiso siphi lesi esigqamile? Uthisha ungibuke kabi ekilasini. Kabi, which type of adverb is that? Isandiso sesimo, because itshengisa ukuthi uthisha umbuke kanjani. Ngiya ekhaya kusasa, hlobonula isandiso, it's isandiso senkathi, because ikhombisa ukuthi into izoyenzeka ngasikhathini or ngayiphi inkathi. Does that make sense? Number 3, guqula igama elibhaliwe ngokugqamile libe isandiso sendawo. So idlelo ezidla kulona linotshani obuhle obuningi. How would you change idlelo kube isandiso sendawo? Edlelweni. Because first of all, uyabona ukuthi leli bizo ligcina ngonkamisa o. Does that make sense? Magcina ngonkamisa o, lizoqala ngo e bese lijobelela o weni. Let's go back to exactly. Can you see? Amabizo agcina ngonkamisa o, aqala ngo e bese agcina ngo weni. Okay? You just have to follow your rules. Let's move on to number 4. You can mark number 4 on your own. Bhala ondaweni abafanele esikhundleni samabizo akubukhakhi. So bhala impendulo kuphela. Amakhehla aphuzela itafula. Okay? Etafuleni. Ngoba ibizo eligcina ngonkamisa a, igama liyaguquka liqale ngo e bese lijobelela u eni. And then for number 2, umkhulu ufake izibuko amehlo akhe. Again, ibizo ligcina ngo o, so kuzoba emehlweni. Cause njengoba ligcina ngo o lizoqala ngo i bese lijobelela u weni. Last one, uthi uzoya abantwana bakhe. Again, abantwana igama ligcina ngobani ngo a, ngonkamisa a, so lizoqala ngo e bese lijobelela u eni. Okay? So the most important thing that you need to do with izandiso zendawo is you just have to know your rules and understand which nouns don't have to follow rules. I really hope that this lesson was very helpful for all of you, and we've reached the end of our lesson. If you have any questions, do ask. Don't be afraid to ask. You can email, you can ask in the comment section. I will be available to answer all your questions, but I will see you next time. Thank you so much, Limise. Bye.